Have you ever wondered why some people walk into a room and instantly command respect, while others are barely noticed? Why is it that some voices are heard and valued, while others are ignored, even when they have something meaningful to say? If you've ever felt invisible in your relationships, at work or even among friends, then this video is exactly for you. Because today we're going to unlock 8 timeless lessons to increase your importance. Lessons that can completely transform how people see you, treat you, and value you. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, and stay until the very end, because one of these lessons might just change your love life, your friendships, and the way you see yourself forever. Now let's begin. Lesson number 1, value yourself first. Let me tell you a story. Imagine a man who always said yes to everyone. If his boss asked him to stay late, he said yes. If his friends asked for money, he said yes. If his partner asked him to sacrifice his dreams, he said yes. Slowly, people began to expect his sacrifices, not respect them. The truth is, people treat you based on how you treat yourself. If you constantly undervalue yourself, others will too. Increasing your importance begins with showing self-respect, by setting boundaries, by knowing your worth, and by refusing to shrink yourself just to please others. Think about it. When was the last time you said no to something that drained your energy? Start small, but remember, the world mirrors the way you present yourself. Lesson number 2, master the power of silence. Have you ever noticed how the person who talks the loudest often gets ignored, while the one who speaks rarely holds everyone's attention when they finally do? Importance isn't about noise, it's about presence. There's a famous saying, silence is a source of great strength. When you learn to control your tongue and speak with intention, people will lean in when you do open your mouth. Silence gives weight to your words. In fact, some of the most powerful people in history were those who knew when to remain silent. If you want to increase your importance, don't rush to fill every gap with words. Instead, let your silence build curiosity, and let your words carry meaning. Lesson number 3, keep your promises. Let me share a quick example. Imagine 2 men. The first constantly makes promises. I'll call you tomorrow. I'll be there on time. I'll help you with that. But he rarely follows through. The second man doesn't speak much, but when he makes a promise, he delivers always. Who do you think holds more importance? Your importance isn't measured by how much you say, but by how much people can rely on you. Reliability builds reputation. Reputation builds importance. So if you want to be taken seriously, make fewer promises but keep every single one. People remember actions far more than words. Lesson number 4, control your emotions. Picture this. You're in an argument with someone, and while they're yelling, losing their cool, and throwing insults, you remain calm, collected and firm. Who seems more powerful in that moment? Importance isn't about dominance, it's about control. When you let your emotions control you, you give away your power. But when you respond instead of reacting, you show strength, stability, and confidence. People gravitate toward those who don't get shaken easily. Whether it's anger, jealousy, or fear, the ability to stay grounded makes you stand out. Emotional discipline is one of the strongest signs of inner importance. Lesson number 5, be selective with your time and company. Think about this carefully. The rarest resources in life are time and energy. When you give them away too freely, people assume they're not valuable. But when you're selective, your presence becomes precious. Imagine someone who spends all their time with everyone, available 24/7. Compare that to someone who chooses wisely, spends time only with people who matter, and keeps their schedule purposeful. Which person seems more important? The reality is simple. Scarcity creates value. If you want to increase your importance, learn to say no, distance yourself from toxic circles, and spend your time where it truly counts. When people know your presence is rare, they'll treat it as valuable. Lesson number 6, develop unshakable confidence. Confidence isn't about arrogance or showing off, it's about quiet certainty. Think of the person who walks into a room with their head held high, speaks without hesitation, and believes in their words. That kind of energy makes people listen. But here's the secret. Confidence doesn't come from pretending. It comes from preparation. The more you learn, practice, and grow, the more confident you naturally become. For example, Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, led millions not because he shouted louder than others, but because he spoke with the calm confidence of someone who knew himself. Your importance increases when you trust your own voice, when you stop doubting yourself and start believing that you are worth being heard. Lesson number 7. Cultivate knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is power, but wisdom is influence. Have you ever met someone who seems to have an answer for everything? Not because they want to show off, but because they've actually lived, learned, and reflected. Such people naturally rise in importance. Think about this. In a group of friends, the one who knows what to do in difficult situations, the one who offers guidance, solutions, or a fresh perspective becomes the most valuable. Your importance grows as you invest in yourself. Read, listen, learn, reflect. When you make knowledge a part of your daily life, you'll find that people begin turning to you for advice, and your voice will carry more weight than ever before. Lesson number 8. Be unapologetically authentic. Finally, the most powerful lesson: authenticity. We live in a world full of masks, where people pretend to be what others want them to be. But the truth is, nothing makes you more important than being your real self. Imagine two people. One constantly seeks approval, always changing to fit in. The other is grounded, authentic, unafraid to be who they are. Who do you think people respect more? Authenticity attracts. It builds trust. It creates lasting connections. And most importantly, it makes you unforgettable. The lesson here is simple. Never dilute yourself to be liked. Your importance comes not from blending in, but from standing out as the one who dares to be real in a world of pretenders. So let's recap quickly. Number 1, value yourself first. Number 2, master the power of silence. Number 3, keep your promises. Number 4, control your emotions. Number 5, be selective with your time and company. Number 6, develop unshakable confidence. Number 7, cultivate knowledge and wisdom. Number 8, be unapologetically authentic. These are not just lessons, they are transformations. Apply them and watch how your presence, respect, and importance grow in every area of life, from your relationships to your career, to the way strangers see you. Remember, importance isn't about being above others, it's about being the best version of yourself so people naturally look up to you. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.